Las Vegas.
Tate made some waves on Twitter when she came out to Katy Perry's Roar, and she roared for a bit.
You liked that.
I did. But in the end, Ronda Rousey proved to be too strong again, getting the armbar. Right now, the bantamweight champ is with Todd Grisham. Let's send you back out to Las Vegas.
Thank you, Robert. The champ is here. The women's 135-pound bantamweight world champion Ronda Rousey wins for the 8th straight time in her professional career. 3rd round armbar submission. For the first time ever, though, you were taken out of the first round into the later rounds of a fight. How would you rate your performance?
Well, there's always mistakes that are made, and I'm always aiming to have perfect performances that no one could ever criticize, but I don't really learn from that, and I'm actually really happy that I got to go to the later rounds. I feel like I got 3 fights worth of experience, and I feel like as the fight was going on, my biggest problem is I'm in a rush when I fight. I feel like I come from judo, I only have 5 minutes, that's all I have. And so as the rounds are going on, I felt myself really opening up and being more patient and picking my shots and being more intelligent with my moves instead of like feeling like I was in a hurry, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if I was fighting you, I would definitely not try to grapple you or wrestle you at all. Were you surprised that Miesha kept going for the takedown?
Not really, because I felt like I was getting the better of the striking, and all of her fights, whenever she was not doing well in striking, she goes for the ground, and which is fine because I really trained a lot of being in bad positions, being on the bottom for this fight. So that's why I really feel like when I was on the bottom, I was doing all the damage, and she was just kind of trying to stay in position.
After the fight, you refused to shake Miesha's hand. You were showered with boos. It seems like you're quickly becoming MMA's public enemy #1. How comfortable are you with that?
Like I was saying, when I was doing judo, I went to 30 different countries around the world, and I got booed in every single one of them. I never got cheered for once until like my first MMA fight. And so it's not something that I ever needed. But you know what was great about it? The stadium was loud. It was loud. It wasn't just, you know, I don't really care what role I'm in. I'm care that there's passion in the room. And the thing was, I commend Miesha. I said she's a great competitor. She's a great fighter. She did a fantastic job. But if you insult my family comes before cheers for me. And I will commend you, and I will say I respect you, but I can't shake your hand once you, if you're the type of person to spit on my back, I can't shake your hand when you look at my face.
Well, speaking of the striking department, you said you felt comfortable out there. How did you feel out there? How'd it go?
As the rounds were going on, I was feeling better. Like you can't recreate that at home in the dojo. So it's kind of like I felt myself calming down and really picking my shots and not just I don't know. It's hard to describe, but I feel really, really rushed a lot of the time, and I was finding my patience and accuracy as it went on.
Your victory was certainly the highlight of UFC 168, the biggest low light by far, the main event, Anderson Silva shattering his leg. What was your reaction when you saw what happened?
It was a really loud noise. I was sitting down surrounded by my family, and everyone just like screamed pretty much, and yeah, I have a pretty strong stomach, but my coach was just telling me, I was like, why were you throwing kicks? I didn't tell you to throw kicks. And then I saw that, I'm like, never throwing a kick again. I learned my lesson, I'm never doing it again. But yeah, man, that's gnarly. It's a crazy sport. You never know what's going to happen. And, you know, it's a shame, but it is what it is. It's what makes it exciting, and it also what makes it, you know, evoke so much emotion.
You're 8-0 now. Tonight, perhaps your toughest fight. What does the future hold for you now in mixed martial arts?
I don't know. You know, I was actually kind of thinking that it's been a crazy year, but I wouldn't mind a quick turnaround.
Really?
Yeah, I wouldn't at all. And I feel like if I went and did the movie things and I had such a long layoff that I really don't feel like having a long layoff. I would feel like I would feel better having another fight pretty soon and then taking some time off.
And who ideally would you like to fight?
I mean, Kat Zingano is the #1 contender, but I mean, she's still healing up, and Alexis Davis is #1, I think, after that on the rankings. And so I hate being that guy being like, oh, whoever the UFC says, but you know, I'm a company woman. If they need me to fill in for an event, you know, give me whoever you want. I'll handle business.
Well, I think you've earned the right to call your own shot. Ronda Rousey retains her women's bantamweight world title, 3rd round armbar submission stoppage over Miesha Tate. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
All right, she's Ronda Rousey, ladies and gentlemen. For Gilbert Melendez, I'm Todd Grisham. That'll do it for now here from the MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas.
Okay, thank you, Todd. What a fight card out there. And that fight, to me, had more intensity surrounding it because of the rivalry.
Indeed.
It had a lot, especially with the Katy Perry.
And that the one moment where the hands were not shaking at the end of the fight. But in the end, at UFC 168, both champions retained their title. We've heard from both of them on SportsCenter. Ahead, we'll hear from the man in charge of the promotion, Dana White.
Dana said it.
Joining our coverage.
Yeah.
SportsCenter will continue.